Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Bithoulkas, and it's time for another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's the movie Justice League Dark, the Apocalypse War is what it is. Not the, but Justice League Dark Apokolips War. So before I start, let me take care of some business first, and then we'll get into it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see a video that pops up at the very end here. And basically, what YouTube does takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos, my vast video library, and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to know when I'm be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out once a week. And then also, I have all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. I also have the links to this page, the YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right, with that out of the way, let's get to the non-spoiler version of this. So, this, of course, is Dark Justice League, Apokolips War, and it's a movie that was released in May, the beginning of May, and then actually got wound up on DC Universe. So if you have DC Universe still, I just canceled my subscription as of today, and I have until the 15th, of course, to watch everything. So I've watched this, and it's essentially Darkseid attacking the Earth, and the Justice League responding to all of this. But Justice League Dark is also all the magic based characters. So you have Constantine, Zatanna, Etrigan, the demon, right there. Raven, a couple others, of course, that get into this war in the aftermath, shall we say. And so, yeah, it looks like everything just kind of got reset there all of a sudden. So hopefully everything's okay because yeah, it looks like all of a sudden my time just skipped and jumped again. Wow. So did I just pop in now? Have I just been doing all of this for nothing? Because I had a countdown clock going that showed already a minute into it. Oh boy. Great. So let me start all over again then, shall we? Welcome to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is It Worth My Time? Justice League Apokolips War. Wow. Thanks, YouTube. That just really fucking sucked. Let me take care of a little bit of business first. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up here at the very end. And if you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know when I'm be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com and take a look at my schedule and all the links to my social media there. So, second time around is the charm, I guess, at this point. So this was released in May, this movie, on video and on demand, and video on demand, I should say, and DVD. So all of that stuff. And then it was also released on DC Universe a couple of weeks ago, probably about 2 weeks ago. So if you still have DC Universe, you can watch it there for whatever your subscription cost. I just canceled my subscription today, so I have until the 15th, of course, until it runs out. But this, of course, is Justice League Dark are the magic-based characters in DC. So you've got Constantine, the Demon, Raven, Dr. Fate, Zatanna, all these people that are joined into this war against Darkseid, and Apocalypse is, of course, Darkseid's planet that he lords over. So, is it worth your time? Hell yes, is it worth your time? This movie is fairly brutal, and it's fairly graphic too in its brutality. There are some scenes in there that I was like, holy shit, I can't believe they actually showed that or they drew that. Things like that. So it's it's fairly brutal, and it also kind of ties up the whole Flashpoint series, shall we say. So without giving away anything, it's tied into the Flashpoint movies. So there's actually a series of movies that build on this, DC movies that have come out. So Flashpoint came out, I want to say in like 2012, 2013, somewhere around there, maybe even later, 2015. And every movie that's come out since then is actually built off of that, whether we knew it or not. And this, of course, is the culmination of that flashpoint. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So, is it worth your time? Yes, it's worth your time. Um, I'll say this: unless you don't like the brutality stuff of it, because I mean, like I said, it's fairly graphic. Then you might shy away from it. But otherwise, the story is actually really good. It focuses more on John Constantine than anything else. But it's definitely worth it. It's a good story. It fairly moves along at a fairly good clip, and yeah, it ties up things fairly nicely. So, spoiler alert. I am going to spoil the movie. If you have not seen it, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. So, yes, I am doing spoilers. Spoilers. Ooh, okay. We there? You still here? Yes. All right. So holy fuck balls. I mean, watching like Wonder Woman getting ripped apart, Shazam getting his leg ripped off, that kind of stuff by parademons. And excuse me, paradooms is what they are, because uh Darkseid ends up creating parademons mixed with Doomsday DNA, which is Superman DNA. And these things are just fucking horrifying, because they're going through and just ripping these heroes to shreds. And of course, jumping a couple of years later and seeing the aftermath on Earth of what's going on, and Constantine having run from the fight, which is uncharacteristic of him. And that whole thing was fucked up as well. And also having Batman being turned by Darkseid into one of his minions and his right hand minion, and that was especially fucked up. uh, so there's a lot of fucked upness in this movie. Uh, wow. And having Lex Luthor, of course, being the good guy for a change on this, even though people still don't trust him. And of course, Superman having the kryptonite S carved into his chest by Darkseid as well, so that he can never use his powers again. But he didn't kill him because he wanted him to be a symbol of despair for the rest of humanity, which is just brutal. Um, but yeah, the whole thing of this culminating in the end of Flashpoint, I really liked how they did that. You see John Constantine when he grabs onto Flash. Uh, he sees everything that the Flash has done, and how he fucked up the timeline, as Barry sometimes does. And he essentially tells him, he goes, dude, you're going to have to go back and not save your mom. He goes, if you don't save your mom, this all gets wiped away. And you have to agree, this is a really shitty reality, because at the end of everything, you see the reality that they have is just messed up. I mean, the Earth is getting ready to die because Darkseid has taken out. He's been siphoning off the molten core of the Earth, and he's siphoned off enough where the Earth is going to die. Um, some of the heroes are half machine, half hero at the end here. Some have died. Uh, Trigon has been let loose at that point, and is fighting Darkseid. I mean, it's some crazy shit. That's what I'm saying right here. This was some of the craziest shit I've ever seen, and having Flash go back and erase all of that, which is a good thing, uh, is really good. Yeah. Hey, Morks. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's honestly, go in and pay the $8 or do the 1 week rental or the 1 week trial of DC Universe. and get your fix on it, and you'll be able to watch all of it, and in 4K. 4K, by the way, not that fucking 1080p shit that HBO Max has going. So, yeah, sorry about the whole beginning of this. For some reason, YouTube once again fucked up and hiccuped. I was like a good 2 minutes into things, and then all of a sudden it reset, and we'll see what the final video is on that one. Uh, this is going to be a shitty one, is what's going to happen. Speaking of shitty, this week, holy crap, there's so much stuff going on this week. So it's going to be shitty for me because I've got a lot of work I got to do. What do I got? Tomorrow I'm off because thankfully I'm going to need it, because on Wednesday the 3rd, Raised by Wolves, the Ridley Scott sci-fi series, starts up on HBO Max. So I'm going to be doing Raised by Wolves on Thursday. On Friday, I'm going to be doing The Boys episode 1, season 2, episode 1. Saturday, which of course is Saturday Morning Blast Off. Am I getting this right? Wednesday. Excuse me. I take that back. So tomorrow I'm off, which is Wednesday. That's right. Thursday is Raised by Wolves. Friday is The Boys. Saturday is Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any of the genre stuff you guys want to talk about, and we talk about it. And then Saturday afternoon, I do The Boys episode 2 of season 2. And then on Sunday, I do in the afternoon The Boys season 2 episode 3, because they dropped the first 3 episodes. And then that evening, Lovecraft Country comes up off that. On Monday, I'm going to be off on that. Tuesday, I believe, is I don't know when The Boys is dropping. I believe it's going to be every Friday, because they're dropping an episode a week after that. So we'll see when that happens. But I know Raised by Wolves is going to be on Thursday. So I believe I'll just be doing one episode of Is It Worth My Time on Tuesdays. So there we go. Just check the schedule. If you go to suspendedfanimation.com, you'll see the schedule, and I'll update that. Yeah, I was going through and I was looking at the schedule. I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be a painful week for me. A lot of watching, a lot of writing, and, a lot of prepping. So, oh, man. So, to recap, yes, Justice League Dark Apokolips War is worth your time. There's a shitload of stuff coming up this week. And my internet connection sucks balls, obviously, because it looks like it's restarted at one point, and who knows what else. It looks like sometimes I'm going back in time too. I'm looking at the counter on my clock here, and it sometimes looks like it's skipping backwards and going forwards, and I don't know what's going on. So we'll see how shitty this video actually is at the end here, if I need to scrap it and redo it, which sometimes happens. All right. So thank you to the, how many people I have? I have 3 people in the chat. I've got 2 of you that are talking and the one that's lurking out there someplace. So thank you to everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in this janky video that's probably all glitchy and stuff like that. Got 4 people now. And if you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to know when I'm on again next, hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Go to suspendedfanimation.com to see the schedule and all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. Also the link to my Facebook page and my Facebook group page, where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. And if you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video at the very end here. YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match them as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library. Pops it up there just for you. And if you like that, hit the subscribe button. Up here, it's going to be Lovecraft Country, so it's going to be up there. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to let you guys go for the night. So until Thursday, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you don't want to go through what Constantine went because that was just some really bad shit. Thanks, everybody. I will see you on Thursday. Until then, stay safe, be well, and see you, Apple Crow. Thanks, everyone. Good night.